Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to make this reversible pinafore peplum. Let's go straight into the video. So guys, here is my front bodies. So from the armhole side, I'm going to go in by 1 inch and mark. Then at my waist line, I'm going to divide my waist by 8. That my waist is 28 divided by 8 gives me 3.5, and I added half an inch allowance, making 4. So I'm going to connect from my shoulder to my waist and cut it out. So after cutting it out guys, so I'm going to place it on my fabric, a desired fabric. So I have roughly 1.5 fabric for each ankara, so I'm placing it on my ankara and cutting it out. So I'll be using my front bodies to cut my back bodies. So I folded my fabric into 2. I placed my pattern paper. Then I will be using the width of 3.5 by 1 inches depth for the back neckline. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces of the back with different ankara, as you can see. So for the front bodies, I'm going to be opening the center front because it's going to have an opening at the front. So for my front, I'm going to be cutting 2 pieces of different ankara, different fabric. So I'm going to cut out the second one. Your 720 degrees peplum, you're going to divide your waist into 8, then put your fabric and measure it. So I'm going to drop another tutorial on how to go about your 720 degrees flare. So here is me just cutting out my peplum. So it is in 2 pieces for each. So I'm going to drop another tutorial on how to cut out your 720 degrees flare in another video. So here's me cutting out my belt. So your belt has to be twice your waist. So my waist 28, so 28 times 2, that's going to be my belt length. I have added interfacing to my peplum. So each print it is 2 peplum. So I'm going to be joining them together to make it one, to form a one peplum. I hope you understand. Just watch what I'm doing here. So here I'm joining my front bodies to my back bodies. So for each print, I'm going to be joining their shoulders with the front and the back. I'm going to be joining it, and the other print I'm going to be joining the front and the back together. So after joining the shoulder, I'm going to place them right side facing each other and going to sew it all round from the center front to the neckline to the side. But I'm not going to join the bottom side, so I'm just going to stitch it all round. After sewing it round, you're going to turn it inside as so we're going to iron it flat. So here's the peplum. So After joining the peplum, I'm just going to give it a nice curve at the down. It is optional. If you want it straight, you can leave it straight, but I just want mine to be a little bit curved at the front. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to be placing the two print Ankara right side facing each other and stitching it round at the bottom, at the downside. So guys, here is my front and back bodies. So it is looking neat. I have ironed it flat. So yes, also my peplum. So my peplum is already making sense. So because I'm adding a belt to it, so I'm going to be removing 2 inches from my half length and be replacing it with my belt. So I'm going to be cutting out the 2 inches here, and I'll be replacing it with my belt. So guys, this is my belt, each print for each side. So I'm going to notch the center. I'm going to notch it to get my midpoint, and I'm also going to bring my front and back bodies. I'm going to notch the back bodies. I'm going to get the center and notch it and place it to where the each print is and sew it together. Just watch what I'm doing and you'll get it. So I'm placing the print that are the same together side by side, and I'm going to stitch it down, as you can see. So I'm going to use the other side to knit it. Just watch what I'm doing, you're going to understand it very well. So I stitch the other side, so I'm going to use the other print to cover it up. So after doing that, I bring out my peplum and start stitching the upper side of my peplum. So after stitching it down, so I'm going to get the midpoint of my peplum and place it at the middle side of the belt at the downside, and place it and sew it round, which with the print matching each other. After joining it, I'll be using this to cover all the rough edge and stitching it down on top. So you're going to be placing your front exactly where the peplum stop at the front. You know it has an opening at the front, so you're going to be placing your front to exactly where the peplum stopped at the front, and use the other Ankara fabric to stitch to cover up all the rough edge and close it from the other side to the other side. So guys, this is how it's going to look like. Thank you for watching my video. See you in my next video. Bye bye.